and it's coming from Nigeria. I'm proud of you guys. The cutscene of the trailer is epic. The effects that was incorporated in this movie is not those kind of whack effects we used to do back in those days. It was well done, and it fits into any Hollywood standard, any international film festival. The scoring of the movie, the soundtracks are very native. They are locally made. You can feel our local sounds in there. It is not like a scoring sound pack that was put into the movie.
DJ Pop.
Hello people, welcome to the channel. My name is DJ Pop, and I believe you are enjoying the kind of content we are putting across. I love your contribution, I love your support. It is your comments that keep us going. I always say that we are here not just for the views, but we are here to make an impact, to also strengthen the unity between Ghana and Nigeria when it comes to art, film, and entertainment. These are some of the things that we look out for, and this has been our main objective, to ensure that great things come between Ghana and Nigeria, regardless what we all think or what we feel about each other. So today I'm here to talk about a new movie. It was out on the 30th of September. It is getting to almost a month. I have seen a lot of people talking about it. Personally, I have to take my time, watch it twice before I come out to say something about it. And I would say I'm kind of impressed with what I saw in the movie. I believe Nigeria is doing great. Nigeria is doing so well when it comes to such content. So I'm going to play the trailer, and after the trailer we will talk about it. I'm going to tell you what I observe about the movie, the moral lessons that I saw in the movie. I'm going to speak about it in general because I feel like this is our own story being told by our own people, and this is what I feel Nigerian do that always put them ahead of other people. They are proud of their identity. Like the saying goes, there are these basic principles that makes you who you are: your language, your food, what you wear. And these things were captured in this movie called Anikulapo. With explanation and with the meaning that I've read online, and what I observe in the movie is somebody who can raise people from the dead, and this is what this movie is all about. So let's go and watch the trailer. I might be breaking into the trailer because of copyright reasons, so that we all have a fair idea of what we are about to watch. So let's go. Netflix movie, and it's coming from Nigeria. I'm proud of you guys. The cutscene of the trailer is epic. The effects that was incorporated in this movie is not those kind of whack effects we used to do back in those days. It was well done, and it fits into any Hollywood standard, any international film festival. The scoring of the movie, the soundtracks are very native. They are locally made. You can feel our local sounds in there. It is not like a scoring sound pack that was put into the movie.
tó pe rẹ̀ ládìkù Anikulapo.
Anikulapo, the sound of the word itself has some kind of power in it. You can actually feel this word carries a lot of power. Yes, so I'm going to end it here with the trailer and also narrate what I observe about this movie. The movie is quite an impressive one, and then the story is very local. It is about who we are as an African. The film started with a scene where we found a gentleman or a stranger going into another village where he was not known there. I think his profession was somebody who weaves clothes. So when he entered the village, he met one beautiful woman who is older than her, who was into some kind of pot making or something like that. So this young man was introduced to this pot making business through this woman. But unfortunately, the young man started having an affair with the woman. One of the young men in the community got to know about their affairs, and the man was shocked. But it looks like the woman was somebody who was highly connected in the village, and a lot of people knew that she was fan of nice looking guys. You go chop you right now. That's what the woman does. So in the movie, this young man kept on doing his waving work, and then at a point in time realized that the woman was sleeping with another person. So this boy became very jealous. His name is Saru. So when he became very jealous, he questioned the woman, and the woman was kind of upset, and he told the boy that he has no right to question her, because she's a big woman of her own. She chooses what to do and all that. So it looks like the young man wasn't happy. He felt that the woman had betrayed the love he had for her. So going on, this woman was well connected to the extent that when the king wants to make new clothes for the queens, they pass it through her. So this woman was able to get this guy or this Saru a contract to go and make new costumes for the queens. So on his visit to the palace, he realized that the king has a lot of wives, and then the younger wives was very beautiful, but it looks like the younger wife was given out in marriage in exchange of something. So the wife herself isn't too happy in the marriage. You understand? So she was not also bearing children, so she was looking for an opportunity to actually leave the king. So when he saw this young man, the queen fell in love with the kente or the cloth weaver, whose name is Saru. Unfortunately for her, the princess or the daughter of the king was also eyeing this young man. The queen or the king's wife started sleeping with the weave maker or the cloth maker, who is Saru, the stranger on the land. So since the princess was also eyeing the same guy, she was playing hide and seek with them, and realized that the queen was chopping, or the queen was having an affair with Saru. So then he reported it to the villagers and reported him to his father. And it's a big deal to go and sleep with the king's wife. I mean, sleeping with an ordinary man's wife is an abomination. How more the king's wife? So they caught this boy and they beat the hell out of him. They beat him till, they actually thought he's dead, and they threw him away. By then, the queen has also run away because he wanted to already move away or run away with Saru. So he picked Saru up when an evil bird came to, attack the boy. So there was this thing that he left there. It was kind of some kind of magical power that they use in resurrecting people. So the queen, or the last wife of the queen, gathered courage and was able to attack this evil bird and made away with that powerful substance that they use in raising the dead. So they walked through the evil forest till they met a hunter who told them that, oh, there is a nearby village that I can take you there. That is where I live. So if you want to join me, you can join me, because if you go to the other way, you'll be captured by people who deal in slaves. So they were afraid and they followed the hunter to his hut. The next day they went to his village, and immediately they got to his village, they realized that the villagers were mourning. The hunter had lost his only son. So then it was time for them to put the chime that they had at test. So the wife had the chime, but the husband even, or Sarah, didn't know that, or the young man didn't know that the wife had the charm. So this young woman encouraged the man that, yo, this is an opportunity for you to shine. You can actually make life out of this charm, because if you have a charm which can resurrect people, then you'll be respected in every community. So the woman was able to convince the guy. The guy actually didn't even want to hold the charm, but the woman was able to convince the guy to use the charm to raise the hunter's child. And the whole villagers started hailing him. They took him to the king. The king was happy about him resurrecting people in the communities. And the chief priest of the community also started getting jealous and started questioning the source of his power. But this young man decided not to reveal the source of his power. Pride started setting in, as this guy, after making money, he went far as to sleep with their house help, who became his second wife. And the second wife started disrespecting the queen and calling her a buried woman, a woman that had gone through all this thing for you. You know, you started disappointing her, and then things started becoming sour between the couple. It went on and on and on and on. This man started treating the queen that he suffered with all these years bad, to the extent that the queen gave up and decided to go away. But one thing that nobody knew was that it was only between this queen and this Saru guy who knew the source of the power. So if it is this medicine or charm that is making you powerful, the queen decided to take it away, poured all the substances that make it powerful away, and left the container or the cover there. So by then the king's only son, the prince, also collapsed and he died. So they called Sarah to come and resurrect him. And Sarah, because he's growing pompous and wings, he had the guts to tell the king that, before I resurrect your son, you should give me your only daughter to add to my wives. Meanwhile, you had 3 wives. A woman that you suffered with, what's the essence of even going to get another woman attached because you feel like she can't give birth and all that? At least pray and work with it. I'm sure something useful will come out. But pride set in, and this young man gave the king of the land a condition that unless you give me your daughter, I'm not going to resurrect it. The king was unhappy, but eventually needed his son alive, so he opted in that, okay, come and resurrect my son and take over my daughter. Not knowing the queen, because she was angry and she was running away or going away, she poured the charm away and left the container. So this man went to the palace to resurrect the king's son, and unfortunately, he failed. And the king was unhappy, and they gave it to him. They killed him. I mean, the moral lessons in this movie, produced by Netflix, it's an origin Nigerian movie, has a lot of sense in it. That pride wouldn't take us anywhere. And when you struggle with people, when you suffer with people, do not betray them, because betrayal leads to the destruction of every man. So people, if you haven't watched this movie, Anikulapo is a very fine movie. I have watched it. I have loved it. Everybody in Ghana is talking about this movie. They are loving it. And I believe this is the way to go. This is not any chroma key. The settings are real. Seeing real animals like camels and horses in the movie with real African buildings, ancient story with good forex, great movies, great lighting, voices, on point. It was done in, I think, Igbo or Yoruba. I'm not too sure of the language, but I think it's been dubbed into English languages, and other part of the world are watching it and they are loving it. And I encourage everybody to go grab this movie on Netflix and watch it. Anikulapo is a great movie, and I rate it 100/100. That's my own view. I love this movie. There is nothing bad about the movie that I can see. It's a great movie and I love it. Go and watch Anikulapo. I have watched it and this is my review from Ghana. Great movie by Nigerians. They did a great job and I respect them for that. Let's watch the rest of the trailer.
Orúkọ mi kì í ṣe Anikulapo. Saru lórúkọ mi. Aṣòfin ni mò ń hù.
Alright, so this is the end of the review. Go check it out. My name is DJ Paco Rich.
DJ Paco Rich.